I first saw fighter planes and military aircraft when walking out in the countryside with my family. Beautiful pastoral Welsh countryside. And they would just come out of nowhere and really take our breath away. We were in this very sort of quiet, contemplative space, and then they would just come from nowhere. So I think it was a sort of sense that we were slightly awestruck by them. And weirdly, nobody ever said anything afterwards. It was like there was nothing to say. And then my mum took me to air shows while we were on holiday often. So the aircrafts there, very much in display, very performative and celebratory. So I started to feel this sense of disquiet around what these performances meant and what the aircraft represented. I think then also my first mediated relationship with conflict around that time came through the Telly. The very end of the Vietnam conflict was playing out when I was really little. So all this sort of coalesced into a slightly troubled and contradictory relationship with aircraft and what they represented. I started making little pencil drawings of fighter planes when I was quite young, in my teens. And I think I was just trying to work out something that had got into my head that was almost in a sort of dream-like space in my consciousness. And I couldn't really make sense of what these things were. So these very sort of fragile drawings started happening in sketchbooks. And then I got into making more and more of them. And then I started looking at movies. Then I was making drawings from Top Gun and all the incredible aero acrobatics of those planes, and seeing how somehow the Cold War was being performed out through this movie. So how war was represented through the media and also through leisure industries and through Hollywood, as well as what's actually going on in the world. I suppose I started to think of, how are these stories of war told? How are they propagandized? How do they come to me?